The Book of Lamentations is traditionally associated with the prophet Jeremiah, and it's set at the time just after Jerusalem has been destroyed. So the Babylonians came in 586 BC and they ultimately destroyed Jerusalem. They tore down the temple, they tore down the walls, and that was after they'd laid siege to it for a few years. So by the time they actually broke in, Jerusalem was in a brutal state, and what had happened to it was horrific. And think about pictures and images of war that you might have seen on your TV screen at some point or other, where you see pictures and images from Syria or from Iraq or from Afghanistan or from parts of Africa where there's a tremendous amount of violence going on, maybe you've seen some photos or images from World War II, and you look at the concentration camps and some of the stuff that would go on in the trenches in World War One, and all of that stuff. Think of those images. Well, that's not a million miles away from what we're reading about when we read Lamentations. And so it isn't a comfortable read on a nice June day. It doesn't sit well necessarily. But the thing that I would draw from this is this book, the Bible, which we engage with so often, that is the source and it's the place through which God speaks to us more than anywhere else. This isn't one opinion among many. This is the opinion of God who knows right from wrong. This book is full of pain, and it's full of human suffering. And that's because our faith is one that is equipped to deal with pain and to wrestle with suffering. This isn't a religion that's superficial and that just skims the surface and it's like, you're never going to have a problem in life. This is, oh my word, all your issues are going to be solved. This is one where the ups and downs of human existence are wrestled with. And that in relation to not just other people, but in relation to God, who is the maker of everything, the creator of heaven and earth. And so here, what's going on is the author is walking around the streets of a destroyed, distraught city. And he's looking at what was once glorious, even just the first verse. How deserted lies the city, once so full of people. How like a widow she is, who once was great among the nations. She who was a queen among the provinces has now become a slave. He's contrasting how Jerusalem was when he knew her in her glory to the destruction that he sees before him even now. And the question that he is asking is why? What on earth, God, are you playing at? How can you let this happen to your people? And for me, it is a great comfort that I can't offer you a simple answer to the question of suffering. I don't have one. But it's a great comfort that the God that we worship is okay with us asking him the big questions and the hard questions, and that the place that he speaks to us with ultimate authority, which is the Bible, is a place so full of people asking him those questions. This isn't something that's superficial and that satisfies us for a couple of weeks and then doesn't have the equipment to deal with real tough questions and hard things in life. This religion and this faith is the real deal, and it's truth. And for me, that's something that I find comforting.